Welcome everybody. This is our Thera Yoga class. Find your seated mountain and sit up tall. Get those sits bones a little higher than your hips. You'll see my wedge shape here. And that helps let that spine be nice and tall. So sit up tall. Squeeze your glutes. A couple times, 3 or 4 times. I noticed this morning when I was meditating, I squeezed my glutes and I got an adjustment in my sacrum. So squeezing the glutes is a powerful thing to do, and it's really good to do because we need strong glutes, okay? So do that a few times. Squeeze those glutes. And you'll notice that I lift up. I get a little taller when I squeeze my glutes. And then I soften and lower a little bit as I relax. So now bring your awareness to your core. And you've already squeezed your glutes. Let's go ahead and take those hands to your back. Just give yourself a little back rub there. Feel that spine. And then slide the hands around your core to the front. You can just kind of wake up that lower abdomen a bit and then slide them up to the lower edge of your rib cage and anchor that rib cage in. Take a breath. Notice how that feels. So as you breathe in and you're aware of that core action, all those muscles are working together, you might be breathing into the upper part of your body a little more than the lower part of your body. And that's fine, because then you can stretch this part of your body a little bit. As you breathe in, feel that expansion and a little bit of contraction, but keeping the tone in the lower abdomen as you exhale. Good. Now we're aware of our breath and our core and our glutes, and let's just let those arms hang a bit, shake them out a bit. Roll your shoulders. Bring your awareness to your feet for a moment and feel your groundedness. Breathe as if you're breathing all the way into your toes. Take a deep breath. It starts here in the nostrils. Some of it goes up into your brain from that sinus area, then filling the upper body, mid chest, lower chest, and everywhere in your body, the oxygen moves in your blood. All the way to your toes and your fingertips. Let's activate those feet a little bit with a tap. Tap, tap, tap. And instead of going on with the tap here for a moment, let's do our forward with those feet, creeping forward and back, activating all those muscles in the feet, muscles, arches, bones are moving, joints are loosening up, a little more forward and back action, like an inchworm. Forward and back. Now bring those feet to where your knees and legs are most comfortable. Sit up nice and tall. And now let's do that tapping action. And notice how the whole body might be moving a little bit, even if as it's just your feet doing this action. You can add your hands if that feels good. Keep breathing. Deeply, gently breathing in, exhaling completely. Keep tapping for a few more seconds. And then relax, relax, relax. Notice how that is so different than the action. Take those hands, shake them out. You can stretch each leg back in whatever way feels good for you. Put the tops of your feet on the floor, stretch the front of your leg a bit. and the other foot. You can do your hands as well. Stretch them in front, rub them together. Change the cross and stretch them in front again. And then bring both feet forward. Before we do another tapping, let's do a moving mountain. So sitting up nice and tall, your sits bones are slightly lifted above your knees. Feel that length in your spine as you breathe. And now with an inhale, let's float those arms up overhead. Feel the stretch in the sides of your body. And as you exhale, soften, relaxing the arms alongside your body again. We'll do that 2 more times. Inhale, stretch up, reach up. Feel the stretch. You can wiggle those fingers a bit and exhale, soften. It's really fine if the elbows want to bend as you bring those arms back alongside your body. Now let's do it 1 more time. This time, let's keep those arms up there. Inhale, stretch up, reach up. You can wiggle the fingers again, maybe wiggle the wrists. As you exhale, soften a little bit and let the elbows bend. We're getting ready to do our turn. Now inhale 1 more time. Feel that stretch. And as you exhale, this time, float that right arm down, gently turning the head any amount to look towards the right. And look sort of down. Your gaze can be pretty neutral, but the eyes looking slightly down. As you inhale, come up. And if it feels good, you can look up here. It depends on your neck. As you exhale, float that left arm down, gently turning. You can look down gently, maybe glance over your shoulder. And as you inhale, float the arm back up. Feel the stretch in the sides of your body. We'll do it 2 more times on each side. Right side floats down with that exhale. Relax. You turn gently. As you inhale, float the arm back up. Bring the head forward. And feel the stretch in the sides of your body. Floating that left arm down with the exhale. Relax it. What do you notice? Your head has turned. What do you see? As you inhale, float the arm back up, bring the head forward. Feel the stretch. 1 more time on each side, floating that right arm down, gently turning to look towards the right. Relax the arm. Glance over your shoulder, perhaps, if that feels good, using your eyes. As you inhale, float the arm back up, bring the head forward, feel the stretch. Exhale, float that left arm down, gently turning to look towards the left. Relax it. What do you see? Glancing over the shoulder, perhaps. As you inhale, float the arm back up, bring the head forward. And let those arms just shake out a little bit. Keep breathing. If it feels good, you can look up, stretch up, and release back down. Those arms coming down to your side. Bring the elbows back a bit as they're coming down. And give yourself a little squeeze between the shoulder blades here. Activating the shoulders a little more, bringing a little more flexibility to that area. Doesn't that feel good? I hope it feels good to you. And let those arms relax down. Shake it out. Do some shoulder rolls. Keep breathing. Now we've activated our arms, our legs. Let's do a little more with our arms and legs, tapping. 30 seconds. Tap. Notice how you move. Keep breathing. You can change your hands and do whatever feels fun with your hands. Keep tapping with your feet. And there's about 30 seconds. Relax, relax, relax. Notice how you feel. Stretch the fronts of your legs, one at a time, any way that feels good for you. And the other leg, give it a stretch, either placing the foot back and stretching, that way, or lifting the leg if this works for you. This feels kind of good for me. Okay, one more time, tapping. Sit up nice and tall and tap those feet. And anything that feels fun with your arms, maybe a little different. Keep breathing. Make it easy. Keep breathing. And that's about 30 seconds. Let's relax, relax, relax. Shoulder roll, stretch your legs one at a time. Stretch your arms, however that might feel good for you. Shake it out. Okay, remember the elephant, the baby elephant trunk action? Let's do that. This is for the arms, shoulders, hands. So shake them out. Now take your right hand and just relax that shoulder. Let the elbow be relaxed and bring the hand to just rest in front of your chest, a few inches in front of your chest. Okay, relax the shoulder. Now take the left hand and face the palm of the right with your left hand. Now slide the fingers. So you bring the palms together and slide the fingers and then curl them together. Those are the baby elephant trunks together. So let's just play a little bit and stretch. Just hold and pull gently apart. Keep breathing. Pull and then relax. Pull just a little bit and then relax. What else can we do here? Can we do a little motion? Like baby elephants playing. And a little bit more, just more motion. Go both ways. One more time. Just a motion that feels good for you. And then pull again. Pull, 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 and relax. One more time. Pull and relax. Now let's shake that out. And do the same thing in the other way. So take your left hand, face that palm in front of your heart, and the right hand comes to meet that palm, sliding the fingers, curling them together, pull. Keep the shoulders low at home. The elbows can be lifted slightly, but keep those shoulders as much at home as possible. Keep your neck nice and tall, as relaxed as possible, and pull. Relax a little and pull again. And now any amount of kind of an undulation. Your whole arm, your hands, your wrists, your shoulders get a little bit of action here. Just any amount of kind of moving around, a little more action. And one more time, let's lower those shoulders, bring them to home, lengthen your neck, and pull gently apart. And relax, release, shake it out a bit. Notice how you feel. Now let's do our figure 8. So sitting up nice and tall. As you're ready, take that left leg, lift it up, and bring the left ankle to rest above the right knee. You can keep your left hand on your left knee just to keep it stabilized and protected if that feels right for you, and then work on your foot with your right hand. So your right hand gets to give your left foot a little love, little healing energy. Or you can take both hands to your foot. Rotate that ankle manually. And as you're ready, we can stretch this leg out. So either with a strap or using your hand, stretch this leg out. Keep breathing. Take 3 to 5 breaths here. And then as you're ready, let that foot come back to the floor. Readjust for your nice tall mountain pose. Sit up tall. And then let's do the other side. So take that right leg, lift it. Bring the ankle above the left knee. You can keep your right hand on your knee, protecting it, keeping it happy. Or you can take both hands to the foot. Rotate the ankle a bit. And as you're ready, stretch this leg out. Keep breathing. You can press the bones in your leg away from your body, even as you pull with the arm gently, creating that isometric action. And as you're ready, let that knee bend and the foot come flat to the floor again. Let's get our weights. And starting with the weights resting above the knees, we'll do a little more work for those ankles and feet, doing a calf lift here. So the heels lift, the toes are on the floor, and then the toes lift as the heels come to the floor. Do that a few times, sitting up nice and tall. Keep breathing. Good. And as you're ready, settle those feet down. Feel your groundedness. Notice how that surface your feet is on feels. It feels soft here. Soft, a little bit nubby, but soft. Now let's let those arms relax alongside the body. And we'll do our 3-part bicep curls. So sitting up nice and tall. Oh, I'm gonna sneeze, sorry. No, I'm not, okay. Okay, so now let's do the first increment, tiny little pumps 10 times. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Second increment. Hi, Phyllis, welcome. I'm so glad you made it. Sorry, it's a chore to get here. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Now the third increment. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Now lower down slowly. Keep breathing. Give yourself a shoulder roll in between. Keep breathing. And let's do the next set. Phyllis, if you want to do the tapping while we're doing this, we already did that before you made it. So do your tapping along with the lift if possible. First increment, tiny little pumps. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Second increment. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Third increment. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and lower down slowly. Keep breathing, squeeze those glutes. Feel that lift as you squeeze your glutes and then relax. Now let's use that core musculature and bring those weights up for a tricep extension. So you're going to bring them back. Feel that core strength here. And let's do 5 of these lifts here. 1. Nice and slow, builds muscles faster. 2. 3. 4. 1 more. 5. Good. And lower down slowly. Maybe bring your awareness to those shoulders. Bring the elbows back a bit and feel that area. Squeeze a little bit as you lower your arms. Let's give a shoulder roll on each side. And then you're ready for another set of our bicep curls. 3-part increment. Here's the first. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Second increment. 1, 2. You're sitting up nice and tall. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Third increment. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and slowly lower down. Keep breathing, shoulder roll. Let's do another set of those tricep extensions. So bring the weights up, above, and behind your head. Feel that core strength working here. Here we go. 5 of these. 1, you can hold your weights together or separately. You might want to vary that a little bit. 2, 3, 4, and 1 more for 5. Good. Let those elbows come back a bit so you can feel those shoulders maybe coming towards each other a bit. Squeeze a little bit and then relax and let those arms release down. Give yourself a shoulder roll. Let's do 1 more set of those bicep curls as you're ready. Let those arms just be lengthened by the weights. And here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Second increment. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Third increment. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and slowly lower down. Keep breathing. Roll those shoulders. Bring your palms to face forward and maybe even out a little bit. Let's do something like this, just a little bit of a lift like this. So your palms are facing forward. Just make it kind of small and easy, but we're still working those biceps. Maybe the rhomboids a little bit here. Maybe the deltoid a little bit, that shoulder muscle. So any amount that feels good, just go for it. A little bit more here. Keep breathing. Don't want to let those shoulders hike up here. You want to make sure the shoulders are pretty much at home, right? And let's go ahead and relax those arms down. And now let's set the weights down. Out of the way. Shake those arms out. And before we stand up, or you're standing up already, that's fine. You can stand up and do this. So take your hands together in front of you. Press those, kind of a prayer pose, and it can be kind of an open prayer pose. What feels best in your fingers. Press the heel of your hand together a bit. So before we were pulling apart, now we're pressing gently together. When we did the pull apart with the fingers interlaced. Now the heels of the hands are pressing gently together. Keep breathing. Relax that pressure. Bring the arms up, nice and slowly. Stretch them up. And then take the fingertips of your right hand, slide them down the inner part of your left hand, and bring some healing energy to your heart. Now slide the hand up again to the prayer pose. Now the left fingertips are going to slide down the inner part of the right hand and bring some healing energy to your heart. Let's do that again. Sliding the hand up into a prayer pose. You can feel that stretch, any amount that feels good. And then slide the right fingertips down the inner part of the left hand and bring some healing energy to your heart. Let's slide the hands up once again to center that, kind of an open prayer pose. And then the fingertips of the left hand slide down the inner part of the right hand all the way to the heart. Give that heart some healing energy. And then slide up one more time, bringing those hands into a nice open prayer pose, and then down in front of you. Good. Shake them out. Now let's stand up into Utkanasana. But before we do that, do a little bit of a lymphatic pump, bringing those feet together or in front. You can let your arms swing a bit here as you point and flex your feet. And then slide the feet to wherever you feel most solid, most grounded. And maybe you'll come away from the back of the chair with an inhale, maybe lean back slightly. And as you exhale, slide those arms forward, scoot yourself forward, and pressing into those feet, lift yourself up into a fierce pose, chair pose, Utkanasana. Keep breathing, stay here for 3 breaths as you inhale, reaching back through those hips and forward through the crown of the head and the fingertips. Exhale, soften a little bit. You might move a little bit, inhale. Maybe the knees will straighten up slightly. Exhale, soften a bit. Maybe they'll bend a little bit. One more breath. Now this time, as you inhale, go ahead and lift yourself up. And exhale, release those arms alongside your body. Shake all your limbs out. Bring a little bounce. If that feels good for you, little bounce to your feet. Your whole body gets to bounce a little bit. Okay. Once again, squeeze your glutes. What happens if you squeeze your glutes when you're standing up? They get perky. It's okay. Okay, shake it out again. Notice how you feel. Give yourself some shoulder rolls. Keep breathing. Okay, today, find yourself on the front of your mat, near your chair, so you can have a balanced pose with security. All right, so now find your mountain pose. Notice how you feel. Make sure those toes are pointing out a bit and the knees go out as they bend a little bit. You keep your knees and your hips in that soft state. So you're not locking back. Don't lock anything back, okay? Now let's go ahead, shift the weight to the left side. Ground into that left foot. You can use your chair or whatever's nearby for support if you need it. Now peel that right heel off the floor. We're going to do a tree pose. Turn the leg out from the root of the leg any amount, and then bring that right foot wherever you want to put it today for a tree pose. You can rest the foot on top of the standing leg. You can have toes on the floor with your heel above your ankle. You can have your foot on the inner part of your calf, or perhaps you can bring it to your thigh. Whatever you're doing, stay safe. Just use one arm and move it. Bring some big movement to that free arm, any amount. Oh, and you can feel any amount of stretch here in your tree pose. You're like a tree, just gently blowing in the breeze. Keep breathing. Inhale, feel that stretch up. And as you're ready, return to your mountain. Notice how you feel. Notice how that standing leg feels. Maybe a little bit stronger. And how that leg that was lifted feels. Maybe a little bit more flexible. Let's do the other side. So shift to the right. Feel that groundedness. Peel that left heel off the floor. Turn the leg out any amount. And bring that foot to wherever you want to have it for your tree pose today. Now we're going to do the other arm. So maybe you've turned around, or maybe you're just holding on to another surface, but do the other arm. Or if you're confident, you can do both arms, any amount. Keep breathing. You're a tree. Do a little stretching here. That felt good to stretch a little bit on the other side. Let's see. I can do this. Any amount that feels good for you. Stretch, move that arm. And as you're ready, return to your mountain and notice how you feel. Do a little rebounding, shake it out, keep breathing. Now, from your mountain pose, find your mountain pose again. Notice how you feel again. Let's shift to the right and take a step back with the left. So comfortable step back. We're in a lunge now. Separate those heels if they're not separated already. And now your knees are both a little bit soft, a little bit bendy. They're supportive and they're not locked. Take your hands and with an inhale, feel the length in your spine. As you exhale, let that right knee bend a bit and fold a little bit forward, just any amount. Everybody's different. As you inhale, lift up gently. Feel the length and strength. As you exhale, the knee can bend a bit as you fold maybe a little bit deeper over that right leg. Inhale, lift gently. Exhale, fold a little bit more. How does it feel? You're folding at the hips. Inhale up, and if a forward fold isn't for you, I know you're going to find something else to do. Fold. Now, maybe this is as far as you're going to go, and that's fine. You can use your chair for support. Keep breathing and feel the strength and length in this pose. Feel like you're pressing into your feet a bit. You're still lengthening your spine. You can have your hands on your legs and just feel your stretch and feel this forward fold, whatever it is for you. Keep breathing. Now, some people might fold all the way down, and that's fine. That's good, but you don't have to. So if you're folding all the way down, as you inhale, lift up a bit so your spine comes parallel with the floor. And as you exhale, release down again. Let's do that one more time. If you're folding all the way down with an inhale, stretch and feel like you're reaching through the crown of your head. You're bringing your spine parallel with the floor. And as you exhale, soften and relax down one more time. Now, as you're ready, we're going to come up. So exhale completely, engage that lower belly, keep it engaged. You can bring your arms, well, you can use your arms on your legs and inhale. Long spine lifting, supported with the breath. And as you're ready, step forward. Notice how you feel after that stretch. Let's do the other side. So shift to the left, step back with the right. Make sure those heels are separated enough for comfort. Feel that, feel the pose. Should be nice and feeling secure. Inhale, you feel that length. Exhale, slide a little bit forward. Maybe to your hands will come to your knee and give it some love. Inhale back up. Exhale, maybe a little bit farther forward. The knee is gently bending. Inhale back up. Exhale, fold again. Let that knee gently bend. Maybe you're holding to your chair. That's fine. Inhale back up. And exhale, fold into your forward fold, wherever that might be. It might be right here, and that's enough. Keep breathing. It might be all the way down. Everybody's different. Keep breathing, whatever you're doing. If you're all the way down, you can use the leverage with your hands and your legs. And as you inhale, feel that length through the crown of your head, lifting the spine, pretty much parallel with the floor. Exhale, softening down. Let's do that again. Inhale. Feel that length and strength. Wherever you are is fine. Exhale, soften and relax. Now let's get ready to come up with an inhale. Inhale again. Exhale, completely engaging that lower belly. Keep it engaged. And inhale. Long spine lifts, supported with the breath. Step forward into your mountain and notice how you feel. Do a little bit of rebounding here. Keep breathing. Now, one thing I noticed as I step forward into my mountain, my feet are a little narrower. So narrower stance is, for me, getting ready for another balance pose. So let's do a dynamic balance pose here, using your chair for support as you need it. Let's see what we can do. So I'd like to do the one where you're bringing your legs and arms out and then crossing in front. And you can do this tapping your toes and then crossing in back. So let's see if we can do that together. Find your mountain pose. Let's start by shifting to the left this time. Ground as you exhale. With an inhale, bring that right leg out, tap your toe. As you exhale, cross the limbs in front, tap again here. Inhale out, exhale, cross and back and tap. Inhale out, cross in front. Maybe you're crossing the other way with the hands. Inhale out, exhale, cross and back. Inhale out, and exhale, return to mountain. So we did 2 repetitions. Let's do the same thing on the other side. Shifting to the right, ground. Inhale, left foot comes out, tap. Exhale, cross in front. Inhale, tap. Exhale, cross and back. Inhale, tap. Exhale, cross in front. Inhale, tap. Exhale, cross in back. And inhale, tap. And exhale, return to your mountain. Good. Notice how you feel. Roll those shoulders. Keep breathing. A little rebounding. And let's do a little bit of our leg lifts before we go on. So after the leg lifts, we can get on the floor. So find whatever support you want to use. Start by standing up nice and tall. Notice how you feel. Keep breathing. You can lean forward slightly for this. That's probably good. Let the knees and the hips be a little bit soft, a little bit bendy. Let's shift to the left and bring that right leg out 10 times towards the right. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Now more back 10 times. 1, 2, 3, 4. Feel those glutes? 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Come to standing. Release. Notice how you feel. Keep breathing and prepare for the other side. So leaning forward, shifting to the right, bring the left leg out 10 times. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Now more back. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And upright. Notice how you feel. Give yourself a shoulder roll, opening that upper body a little bit. Keep breathing. Let's do it one more time. So leaning forward, shift to the left, bring the right foot out 10 times. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Now more back. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Foot comes to the floor. Stand upright. Notice how you feel. Switch sides. Left foot comes out 10 times. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Now more back. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And return that foot to the floor. Stand upright. Notice how you feel. Roll those shoulders. Do a little rebounding. Keep breathing. And I think it's time to come onto the floor or your recliner. So get yourself set up for a passive inversion before our Shavasana, okay? So passive inversion means that you've got some place to put your knees or your lower legs, right? On a chair, maybe up a wall. Use any amount of extra support that you might need. If you like to have a pillow positioned from about here, the lower edge of your pillow would be right about here, and then supporting your part of your shoulders and your neck and your head, you can do that. And if you need extra padding on the floor, get that. So come on down onto the floor And just give yourself a gentle stretch of the spine. Pressing down gently on the tops of your hips. That may release the lower back a little bit. Maybe do a little one side and the other, kind of loosening that area up a bit if that feels good. And then anchor that rib cage in. You can feel the backs of the ribs on the floor a bit. Take your hands to your shoulders and neck. Let that neck stretch a little bit with help from your hands. And let the shoulders come to home and relax at home with the help of your hands. Maybe you'll squeeze them a little bit. And as you're ready, just let those arms come out to the side. Take your knees, bend your knees, bring your feet flat to the floor. Notice how you feel. Breathe. As you're ready, with an inhale, lift those feet up off the floor. And as you exhale, bring the knees towards the body. Inhaling, the knees come above the hips. And exhale, bring them towards the body. Can you feel how you're using your core for this? Your pelvic floor and your core. Exhale, bring the knees towards the body. Now, one thing I'd like you to think about is activating the ankles and the feet a little bit to bring the pinky toes, kind of reach your pinky toes towards the outer knees. Remember how we used to do that in our pelvic floor exercise? Just do that here. So activate the ankles and feet and let those pinky toes kind of reach towards the outer knees. And that keeps your legs a bit separated, and it activates a lot of muscles on the sides of your legs that sometimes we don't think about or work much at all. So as you're doing this, think of those pinky toes reaching towards the outer knees, any amount. Now you can change the action. How about some tiny circles here? You can maintain that reaching of the pinky toes towards the outer knees, even as you circulate your knees one way and the other way. Keep breathing. This is really working that core, especially the pelvic floor area. Notice how it feels. And now come to center. Relax those ankles and feet a moment. And you can take your hands wherever they're most comfortable here and just gently rock side to side. So keeping the core unit as a unit. Rock gently side to side. As you move towards the left, as you rock over towards the left, the right shoulder and hip will come up off the floor. And as you move towards the right, the left shoulder and hip will come up off the floor. That's appropriate. We're keeping we're keeping the core as a unit here. You can sigh. If you're inspired to sigh, allow that in your exhale, just a sigh. Or whatever sound you might want to come out of your body. Now, as you're ready, come to center, bring those feet flat to the floor and relax a moment. Notice how you feel. Let's walk those feet as far apart as the mat is wide. Bring your arms out a bit away from your body. The palms face the ceiling here. And let's do a little windshield wiper. So the knees go one way and the head gently turns the other way. If this feels good for you, do it a few times. And as you come into it for the second or third time, let the knees be over on whatever side they are. My knees are on my right side. I'm going to take my left arm, kind of reach away and feel a stretch in the whole left side of the body. And then I'm going to relax that left arm as the knees come up. and the knees go over towards the right, I'm going to reach away. The knees go over towards the left. I'm going to reach away and stretch the right arm away from my body a little bit. So do that if that feels good for you on the second and third, or maybe the fourth time. Bringing those knees over to the right and stretching that left arm up and away a bit. How does that feel? Coming back to center, the arm can lower a bit, maybe in a cactus. Then the knees go over to the left and the right arm stretches up and away. If these poses feel good, stay here for 3 breaths or so. And as you're ready, come back to center. Stretch those legs out. Bring the arms up overhead. And stretch. Okay, so now we've run out of time for very much of the, we haven't run out of time. We have 2 to 3 minutes that we can come to the chair or a bolster or a pillow to bring your feet up above your heart a bit. So as you're ready, scoot yourself next to your chair and bring those legs up onto the chair and relax. If you're not ready to relax, you can have those feet up and do any amount of action with your legs. So we'll be here for a couple more minutes. If you want to move and do action, you can do that, or you can begin your rest time. So you choose. Active, the feet are lifted. There are many things you can do there. Remember those pinky toes towards the outer knees a bit, even here. Or just relax some more. Now we are getting close to time for Shavasana, or our final meditation relaxation pose. You can stay here if you like and rest with your feet up. Otherwise, get everything you need to relax as fully as possible, flat out on the floor, or you have many options. You can come into a seated posture if you choose. So I'm going to go ahead and set my Shavasana up, and you can watch. I'm going to use this blanket to support my shoulders. And I haven't done this before with this blanket, but I think it should work nicely. So I want that blanket to be right around where we usually have a hunch. So I can reduce that hunch a little bit. So I'm going to place myself down and have my knees up, stretch my lower body by pressing down on my hips, anchor that rib cage in, stretch my neck, adjust the pillow for most comfortable support for your head and neck. So whatever that is, you want your neck to be nice and long and very relaxed. So the pillow can really help with that, because you can bunch it up where that neck likes to have a little support. And then as you're ready, you can have something under your knees, or you can just stretch your legs out and relax as completely as possible. Breathing in deeply and breathing out long. I'm going to get up and mute myself so you don't have any unscheduled sounds from my place. And you can just relax as completely as possible. Relax your feet, your hands, your wrists, your ankles. Relax your legs, your arms, your chest, your hips. Relax your shoulders, your neck, your face, your ears, your scalp. Relax everything. Relax your jaw. Breathing deeply and gently. Relax as fully as you can. I'll be quiet now for about 3 minutes, and then we'll come back together. You'll hear my voice again in about 3 minutes. As you're ready now, begin to breathe a little more deeply. You can stretch fingers, toes, wiggle fingers, toes. Stretch your arms and legs. Take as much time as you need coming into a seated posture. Please be sure to bend those knees. Roll over onto your side and use your arms to help yourself up. Keep that neck as relaxed as you can. I'm going to go ahead and stop the recording now, and then we'll do our ohms. And if you're watching this recording, you can do your ohms on your own.